As part of the legal settlement between Roger Waters and the rest of Pink Floyd, he maintained the rights to perform The Wall as a theatrical piece that belongs to him now. He also won the rights to the Pink Floyd pig, which is why the pig used on the Momentary Lapse of Reason tour turns out to be male with rather large genitals rather than being the ordinary pig that Pink Floyd had used previously. He'd always said though that he wouldn't perform The Wall again unless the Berlin Wall came down.
Waters, made a huge statement at the beginning of the 90s when he did the gig at the Berlin Wall, performing The Wall, which again showed, his fascination with that album. He'd always talked that record up in the press. It's something he was incredibly proud of doing. I mean, logistics of putting on that show were an absolute nightmare. And, I think that, it was for a very good cause and a charitable cause, but the whole thing turned out to be, fantastically and prohibitively expensive. If you do go back and look at the performance, the world doesn't necessarily need the Scorpions, doing the first track on The Wall. Famously, he went to a lot of other names as well, frankly bigger names than what he ended up with, and had lots of kind of, yeah, I'll do it. And then once managers started making the calls, nothing happened.
It's natural for him to want to perform that in a place where he can add to the political message that such division is bad. It's entirely in keeping with the concept of the Wall album and with Waters' own political and personal ethos. The concert was performed in aid of the Memorial Fund for Disaster Relief, a charity that was to provide emergency aid anywhere in the world where there had been a major disaster. Unfortunately, it didn't make as much money as the organisers had hoped, but nevertheless it still was done entirely for charity. It's always been a tradition with Pink Floyd to perform at charity concerts, to donate proceedings from concerts to one or another worthy cause, something the band have done from the very early days, even before that they were millionaire rock stars, and continue to do right up until recent times.